Please sign the banners that we have, the flag back there at the back, or two of them back at the back of the staging lanes, if you would do that. All the competitors, we'd love to have you all do that. And again, I can't stress to you what two excellent days of racing. And as an announcer, you know, I can tell you when the pace isn't right, it's just like a song that's got somebody's not playing it right, the drummer's off, the bass player isn't right. You can tell, and it's been perfect. This thing is just moving in a real good rhythm, a good pace, and that is terrific. And you have a lot of cars. You don't want it stumbling around. And all right, we'll hit them again. 6 to 9-year-olds in 1 and 2, 10 to 12, 3 and 4, Junior Street, 5 and 6. We want to get started on time, and that's like 5 minutes away. All right, here's what we got in run order. Let me make sure you all know this. 6 to 9s go down the track first. Junior Street goes down the track second. 10 to 12-year-old group is the third group that goes down the track. The 13 and 14-year-olds are the next group, and the last group is the 15 and up, in that order all the way through the event. Now, we are going to, and Elmer told you about the consolation race, and we'll have more details on that as it goes, but it'll be obviously for those that don't get through the first round, and I'm not sure whether to go past that, but we'll check. And it's all about where we are in time in the day, so forth. Let me hit it again. Food stand is open. Breakfast sandwiches. Good morning, Diane. You made it. Diane's looking good this morning. Got the orange juice. That'll get it charged up a little bit. Anyhow, we're ready to get this thing underway. Our food stand's open. Hot coffee's over there. And actually, it was in the 50s this morning. It was really nice and cool. And a little over 60 couple now, but beautiful morning. And less humidity, and cars are going to go real fast. You know what's going to happen here, don't we? We know they're going to really be cruising down through there. They do get one time run, so they can make the adjustments they need. Our photo booth will be open a shorter day today. If you want to check out the photos Bub took today and yesterday and the day before, stop over and see them early, see Becky early. Racing Fuel, yep, we have that open, and I don't know how long Justin will be there. It's not going to be the entire day, so if you do need Racing Fuel, you might want to do that pretty quickly. And we're just about ready. I mean, like real close to getting underway and getting cars down the track. We've been very punctual, and we're almost anal with it, really. I mean, we try like, you know what, to get things started dead on time every day. Even 1 minute late upsets us. So we want to get this thing rolling right at 9 o'clock, and it's just about 2 minutes of now. Mikey's our starter today, huh, Mikey? Jake did that the whole day yesterday, and he did a great job. He really did. All the staff, we had to move some staff around. A lot of our folks work full-time jobs, unlike this old guy that in here with the microphone, this is what he does. And but a lot of folks are full-time workers, and they either have to take off or in some cases they couldn't. And we were a little lighter yesterday, and everybody moved around in positions and did the jobs and did a great job. And the racers were cooperative and ready, you know, all weekend long. We thank you folks. We've met so many nice kids and the moms and dads. The way, GoPros, you can use them. A metal bracket. It has to be attached that way, and it can't be pointed at the opponent. In other words, down track you can do that, but not over at your opponent. So yes, GoPros are good, but they got to be mounted with a metal bracket, is what they're telling us. That was a good question. And Dan does a great job. He's in here with me. He's going to keep this straight, all these numbers and how everything is going straight. We're ready. We're ready in here. Now today, of course, unlike the last couple days where they were, hi Mike, how you doing? Mike Natoli from South Mountain Raceway is here. Made it in. Good for you, Mike. Kathy said you may make it. I'm glad you're here. Yep. And anyhow, we're ready to start on time. And unlike the last 2 days where we ran a gambler's race, what we did, we were pretty smart. We kept the young kids, each group together all the way through the gamblers till it got to the end. And then they had to run whoever they had to run. But it worked well.
Thank all the racers. This is 9 o'clock right dead on, and we got the first two cars in the water, and I appreciate that. This is a qualifying run prior to round number 1.
You got it, Elmer. And we like to be on time. We hate that when we're late, when it's our fault. You know, weather things make you late. You can't do anything about that. But when the weather's right, we should be on time, and we are. Cameron Bauman left side, Cole Payon right side. And this is their one and only time shot. And after this, Elmer, it's all about drag racing. You know,
50%.
Yeah.
50 go forward, 50 go backwards.
That's right. 2 down and 1 comes back, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. We really had 2 excellent days, though. I cannot stress enough how good the racers were, and boy, can they drive, too. Wow.
We saw quadruple zero lights, and that's
we saw.
Yeah, this goes out 4 places.
You know what it is. Mike Natoli in here from South Mountain. Yeah, we're just talking about it. AccuTime. This is new for us, the AccuTime system, and we really like it. It has some excellent features.
I like the reporting features.
Well, I'm just going to mention that the stuff that the owners and staff have to do, it really works well. And red lights on both sides. And yeah, this is true start. And down at the other end, Cameron goes 1382 to 1408. And again, these are the young kids driving. All right, 6 to 9. Aaron Willing left side. And we did 10 to 12. Should be in 3 and 4. Junior Street in 5 and 6. That's where they need to be. Now, Junior Street is actually up after the young kids, and then we jump over to 10 to 12, and that's where we are. Aaron Willing left side and Noah Williams right side. Aaron out of Pennsburg, Pennsylvania. Dad Bob Willing, a real fine Super Pro dragster driver, and you can bet Aaron will learn a lot in that deal. Aaron's 8 years old, and so is Noah. Pair of 8 years old kids in drag race cars. No other sport is quite like it. You know, the young kids can compete and have a good time with it. And you can see Noah has a little faster car. And Noah gets down the other end. Wind light comes on over there, 12:04:52, 14:03, 43 miles an hour. Next pair, Kalia Lewis left side, Mechanicsville, Virginia. And that's Grandpa Taylor out there. Now, Taylor, how's Taylor this morning? Pretty good? Taylor's a good guy. That's how he's ignoring me today. Ella Kirshner, right side. One of the 4 Kirshner kids here. Mom received a great award yesterday. We gave her a great plaque. And Jennifer's such a good lady. Here we go. Kalia Lewis and Ella Kirshner. How about Kalia Lewis, 016 at the start. Boy, that's a good light there. Kalia's going to be tough to beat. She went rounds in the first 2 gamblers races, doing a nice job. 1192, and Ella's a little faster, 1181. Next pair, Cameron Boyd left side and Caden Payon on the right. And Cameron runs with us, Bunker Hill, West Virginia, and Caden from Galloway, New Jersey. And Dad, real fine drag racer. All these kids, really good kids. right, Caden with a little bit better light here. $11.83 for Caden to $11.97 for Cameron. Chance Nash on the left, Red Creek, New York. And Mallory Dietz from Hanover, Pennsylvania, running out of South Mountain Raceway. We had Mallory and Jamin have been down here a couple times, but they're primarily South Mountain racers and do a good job up there. .08 at 55 to 13.92.41 for Mallory. Jimmy Stack, left side, Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. And that's Anna Willing, right side, Pennsburg. And James is the good light, and he's driven real well all weekend. Gets down, oh yeah, turn them on green, both sides, you bet. 11.97 to a 12.47. By the way, again, we'd love to have our drivers sign the flag, the banner at the back of the lanes. We'd really appreciate that. Really would. 11.94 for Seth Kirshner, and a pretty good light there to a 14.46 for Tucker Cumming. And now I got Cody Cumming left side and Eli Stack on the right side of the track. I'll tell you, Team New England Dragway, boy, they were out in force yesterday, weren't they? They were cheering. And
they had a swimming pool going on down there, filled it up 300 feet of hose from the hydrant, water hydrant to fill their swimming pool up.
You'll get your bill here later on when you get home. You'll get one in the mail.
We're on a well.
Yeah, okay, then, all right.
Yeah, electric, that pump was really running.
Right. Yeah, you'll get the electric bill for the pump, okay. Anyhow, Cody Cumming left side, Eli Stack right side. Eli, pretty good light.
And I think we're on D1TV today also.
Yes,
so
we are.
Division 1 TV, if you're out there and about, you got friends that couldn't make it here and they want to watch us and listen to us, maybe not listen to us.
You probably watch more, heavier on the watch end of it.
We can fix you up there.
14.18 to 12.41. And by the way, we appreciate Anthony Bongiovanni MicroStrategies for sponsoring that part of the event, which is the live feed. We appreciate it. Carter Jackson left side.
All right, we're looking for a Jake's air gauge that one of the racers misplaced. If you picked that up and found it, if you can bring it to the tower, we'll announce it's a Jake's air gauge.
Light start right side, and Carter Jackson. Carter was here last week and ran with us and kind of wanted to get the feel for the track and spent the day here, spent the whole weekend here, 12:08.
If you did find that, could you please return it to the tower and we'll get it back to its owner. Jake's air gauge missing, and if you can find one or you found it and picked it up, put it on your card or something. We did find the owner, and he'd like to get it returned. Thank you.
Next up, James Thomas, Warwick, Maryland, on the left side of the track. Joseph Torchia, right side, Galloway, New Jersey. Oh, we got good sandwiches. Joseph with a red light start, and well, James was too. James a little less red. And as he get down to the other end, Joseph 12:01 and James 12:45. Emily Staubel left side, and Addison DePascal right side. It's very heartening to see so many of the young class. A lot of times you don't see, but you know, a couple, and really we've sent a bunch of them down the track, Elmer. That's a good sign for the sport.
27 entries in the 6 to 9-year-old, and that's a pretty good showing. If you know, that's 2 per track if you wanted to look at it that way. Some tracks more, some tracks less, but at least it shows there is an influx of younger drivers coming in.
And these are 2 pretty good reaction times again. Cut those lights and you could win the round. You know, you really could. How about 11:93 for Addison and Emily? Also 11:93.
Thank you very much. Was it Mussolino? How do you pronounce that? I did it right. All right. Hey, the young driver that misplaced his Jegs air gauge.
All right. Excellent light left side, 12:04.
By the way, car 207X that misplaced his Jegs air gauge. It was found across the street, and we do have it for you to pick up at the tower.
Gavin went 11:87, and Paisley at 12:04. 019 light for Paisley, great light. Grayson St. Jean left side. And yep, these are going to be a couple singles here. All right. We're almost done the 6 to 9 category. And like Elmer said, about 27 of the young racers in that division. That's a pretty fair amount. And remember what we're doing here. This is a time run for all the kids. It's the qualifier. And then we're going to go drag racing. And go right to round 1. Grayson 13:98.44. All right, Julia Schoenberger left side. Going to make this single. And we are in our qualifying runs right now. Good morning, Miss Brown. How are you? I see Judy over there today. right, Julius, an 029 light, certainly a very good light. And gets down there 12:01, 52. All right, Logan Anderson, left side. In the Nitro Fish car, Dad Andy out there in the starting line. Logan from York, Pennsylvania. Logan turns it on green, pretty good light. And Logan gets down the other end, 11:97, 52. How's Andy this morning, all right? Andy's ignoring me, Dave. That's okay. He's allowed to do that. I get ignored a lot these days, Dan. Can't understand it. Tyler Fluck, left side. And I believe he is the last car in the 6 to 9 group. This car. Tyler, Sellersville, Pennsylvania. Turns it on green. 8-year-old racer, and down at the top end of the track, let's see what he runs. Look at that, 12:07.52. A lot of those cars right in that 12:11.90 range. All right, Junior Street is up next, and anybody that doesn't know what it is, I think everybody on the property does, but we'll explain it. This is a class for 13 to 16-year-olds that are not licensed drivers yet, and what they do is they can run a car, street legal car, as quick as 9 flat and an eighth mile with a parent or guardian as a co-pilot. Now, the parent drives the car to the staging lanes, and the young racer pulls it out, races it, comes up the return road at the time slip booth. They switch back to the parent driving the car, and they go back in the pits. Where else can a 13-year-old go down a racetrack or any piece of highway legally and in a safe environment? And the answer would be nowhere. And right side, don't have a first name there, but anyhow, 1026 at 67. And Haley Bowles went 11:63.61. The lights are about the same. Then we got Josh Sisk, left side. And sure enough, Josh does 9:03.81, 8:92 for Ryan, a little quick at 76. Not badly fast, but a little bit. But again, we're in Junior Street. And the 10 to 12s of the next bunch coming out. Not showing me first names here, so Mr. Beeler left side and the Hindenburg car right side. El Camino and the fox-bodied Mustang right side. Island Dragway against Maple Grove. And that's a pretty good light. 044, not bad at all, left side. And we should be in the 9s here, I would think. 943 to 993. Good job. Tori Iacono left side and Travis Hill on the right. Travis runs our junior dragsters and junior street. Every time we have junior street, he's out there. And Travis goes red, 019 red. And Tori's green. And Travis runs, what's he go? Here we go, 918 to a 975. You talk about a nice car. Gianni Melendi, left side, in this little Chevy 2. Very cool little car. And Dylan Moore, right side, Gamblers Race winner yesterday. All right. Dylan's away. A 23 light, too. Really good light. Gianni goes 013 red. They're side by side down through there. 885, 77, 898, 75. Both went a little quick. They'll straighten that out. Jana Embley, left side. Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania. Island Dragway. Vaughn Dunn, right side. And Jana goes red by a bit, and then Vaughn was too. Both of them red. $10.17 to $10.63. All right, Tyler Gaunt's left side in the truck, and that little truck runs pretty good too. How about a 1078 at 63 miles an hour? And that got our junior street down the track for their qualifiers. And again, when we see them next go round, it is round one next time around. Yeah, it is. We got 10 to 12-year-olds. And this class is a little bigger than the 6 to 9. And again, a lot of your younger racers are very skilled, real tough characters. Parker Fields won a Wally here last Sunday. Raylene Sanchez, left side. Raylene, his grandpa out there helping out. Marvin Bauman and Raylene Sanchez, the driver. Raylene's mom's out there too. Parker won a Wally last week, and he's had 2 other runner-up finishes this year. He's number 2 in our points. And think of that in a minute. There's a bunch of our kids, the 15, 16, 17-year-olds, that he's ahead of them. And what does that tell you? He's having a really good year. Parker is away. And gets down the other end, runs an 895 at 72 to 1088 for Raylene at 61 miles an hour. Sean San Severino, left side, and Aiden Nash on the right. Island Dragway, left side, and Esta, right side. That's another track, Dan, that's been around forever. Esta, an older track, late 50s. You know, a lot of the early tracks, they went away. And the ones that kind of came in right after the early 60s, like this one, are still around. Seaton County in 63, and we're 61 at this track, and so on. Yeah. Look at Maple Grove, 1962, South Mountain, 62, and it goes on and on. Aiden with a slightly better light and gets down the other end, 906 to an 897. Abigail Harold on the left side, Cole Jennings on the right. Abigail runs with us. She lives over in the next town, Smithsburg, Maryland, over that way. I'm pointing there. You can't see me do that. But it's real close. Abigail does a real good job. Family has a lot of fun with the junior dragster racing like everybody else does. Taylor's all smiles today. Yeah, now it's a big day. How about it? Yeah, it is. Yes, this is fun. It really is. And lights are fairly close. Cole with a little better light. Abigail 894 and Cole a 910. Our Lewis left side and Miles Rafa on the right. Excellent 030 light, and Kalia went red by a bit, and she goes 890 right on the button. 72 miles and 909 at 72 miles an hour. Matthew Williams, it says on the left, and Davian Short right side. .893.72 to a 922.69. Next up, Christopher Faraka, left side, and Shelby Nick, right side. Red light start for Shelby and Christopher, 892, and Shelby right behind at 915. Here's Sean Kirshner left side and Jamin Dietz on the right. Jamin in the race of champions for South Mountain ended up in third place. He didn't win it, but he went a couple of rounds and did a good job. And the Kirshner gang, 4 Kirshner family members here, and they're just having a great time. And no doubt one of these Kirshner kids will shine today, if not all of them. Don't forget our food stand is open. All the great breakfast sandwiches while they last. Plenty of hot coffee and all of our usual sandwich and drink menu. Racing fuel, we have it. Take care of that end. 893 for Sean to an 894 for Jamin. Both went red. Justin Kirby left side and Gavin Shoemaker on the right. Our track photographer, who has taken many photos this weekend and still doing it today, his wife Becky at the photo stand will make the prints. You can take them out of here today. There's one catch. She has to leave early today. So if you do want to get those photos that have been taken of your car, do that early today if you can. Gavin with a very nice 020 light. Justin No goes 895. And Gavin an 890. Carly Forrest on the left side and Jason Fossarino right side. All right, 13 to 14-year-old group to 1 and 2. 13 and 14-year-old bracket to lanes 1 and 2. Again, I'm looking for my 13 and 14-year-old racers, and you can go to lanes 1 and 2 for your time run. Carly Forrest, a terrific 014 light. Great job there, Carly. And she goes 884.74 to 904 for Jason. That's 72 miles an hour. Danielle Ciccone left side, Harley Ely on the right side. And Harley's one of ours. Danielle with a nice 041 light. Harley went red by a bit. And Danielle runs an 897. And right behind is Harley with a 904. That's Mr. G in the left side. Gavin Hill, Emmaus, Pennsylvania. Spencer Jasmine right side. North Canaan, Connecticut. Pretty good hike down here. I tell you, we commend our New England Dragway racers. We got a lot of cars from New England, and they don't have an easy trip down here. And we really appreciate having them, as they brought a pretty good team here. A lot of good racers. Lebanon Valley brought a pretty fair amount. And those folks are up the road pretty good. Virginia Motorsports Park, they brought a lot of cars. They're not real far away. That's not too bad to go down there. and 899 for Gavin. And a red lighting 888 for Spencer. Michael Artem left side, Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania, and Violet Sawicki, East Brunswick, New Jersey on the right. Michael Archam, a nice 018 light, and Violet just missed with a 005 red light start. And down at the other end, 898 for Michael, and Violet 916. And again, we did call the 13 and 14-year-olds up in the lanes. They should be heading up. The 13 and 14-year-olds should be heading to the lanes. They're over there, 1 and 2. They're filling them up pretty good. Again, 13 and 14-year-olds should be in the lanes. Jenna Nichols, left side. Paul Stalba, right side. Well, I hear you on that. I'll tell you what it does here in a moment. 035 lights both sides. Both drivers go 893. What's the odds of that? And they both, well, 72 and 73. A little bit difference in the mile and hours. Haven Spring, left side. Weathersfield, Connecticut. Madison Schoenberger, Southampton, Pennsylvania. The Dragon car. Okay. That's a pretty car. $9.24 for Haven, $9.35 for Madison. And next up, Tyler DePascal, left side. Kenneth Turner on the right. Both racers go red. Tyler less red, 003 red, close. 901 for Tyler, and Kenneth ran an 887. Ryan Leachy left side, and Ava Maloney on the right. and red on both sides of the drag strip. And out the back door, we go 893 to a 9 flat. All right, Zach Shirky left side, and it looks like it's going to make a single as we're getting a few singles here in this grouping. Again, the 13, 14-year-olds should be in the lanes. And I'll tell you, once we get all through this, Dan, we're going to go drag racing in round 1. And we're doing a couple different things. Of course, the racers are running for some pretty good money, but also they're running for team points to see who has or who wins a track championship in this thing. The top 10 cars count and earn points. 886. That's 73 for Zach. Christopher Supper's left side, Manassas, Virginia. Virginia Motorsports Park. All right, last call for 13 and 14s. They should be over there in 1 and 2. 13 and 14 should be over there in 1 and 2. Hopefully they are. Christopher Supper's left side 041 light went 893.74. And Chris Curry also to make a single in the left lane. Again, we appreciate Micro Strategies for sponsoring D1TV. Live on the web. And of course, they bring you a lot of the other events throughout Division 1, Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series events, great coverage of all those races. An 022 light for Christopher, 899.72. One of our New England racers, Madison Douglas, out of Wolfsboro, New Hampshire. Team New England Dragway up there in Epping. I have never been to the track, but when I see of it, it looks like a very neat place. Very, very popular racetrack and been around a long time. Madison with a red light start. Car sounds strong. Runs 899, 72 miles an hour. Jordan Denny on the left, Two-Toe Joe. All right, we're just about ready to send Jordan down, and then we're going to jump over to the 13 and 14-year-old bracket. And that's a big class, and then, of course, the 15 and up, that's the really big class there. They get progressively larger as we go through. But certainly there was a good amount of the 10 and 12-year-old bracket. A lot of racers in there. Jordan Denny. Turns it on green. And runs 881.76. Now we're jumping over to the 13 and 14-year-olds. A really big class here. Lots of cars in this group. And we got Eric Bowles on the left and Alexis Severini on the right side. And Eric from Newmarket, Maryland, that's that way over the mountain. And Alexis from Old Bridge, New Jersey. Team Island, who she's running with. That's another famous racetrack for sure, an older track from way back in the 50s. They're still out there and still running. They do a really fine job over there. They have a real good Friday night program, I understand, that draws a lot of folks out there. And ours does too. We're open on Friday nights, Dan, and we draw a lot of folks here for our test and tune stuff. A lot of the heads-up cars come out here and make their test hits. And a lot of race fans come out here on a Friday night. It really fills the place up. 787 for Eric at 82, 839 for Alexis. That's 78 miles an hour. Samantha Sabo, left side, Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Anna Marie Sawicki, East Brunswick, New Jersey. Of course, Samantha, Team New Media, and of course that's where the little village of New Media, about 10 miles south of Bloomsburg, that's where the track's located. And that's another beautiful place. Boy, it reminds you of this track. You got the same view on the top end, the big mountain on the other end. And it's just a gorgeous spot. And a really nice racetrack. 786 for Samantha to an 832 for Anna Marie. And I got Angela Meyer left side out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Ed Meyer out there in the starting line. And Mason Bean right side. And this is Angela's first day here. She represents Team South Mountain.
Mason 06 on the tree, makes his way down the big end. A 789 with a 7 out by 3. He'll get it dialed in for round number 1. That will be coming up next time you see that car. Darren Mattern out of Atco, New Jersey, racing for Team Atco. Michael Ulrich, right-hand side. Michael went to the finals yesterday in the Gambers race, a 9-round race. At 145 of those little juniors in round number 2 yesterday in the Gambers race. So it's pretty hefty, strung out deal, and the kids did a great job. Having an 08 and 06 light right off the bat. At the stripe, an 874 for Darren Mattern, and Michael hits 890 with a 9. So got that car dialed in. Emma Henry, Union Bridge, Maryland. Races here at Mason-Dixon Dragway, racing team points. Justin Hardwick, right-hand side, out of Edison, New Jersey. Emma, one of the several Henrys that race here at Mason-Dixon Dragway. Her old brother kind of graduated out of the junior dragster ranks, but about a 008 light for Emma. That shows how it's done. And a 788 with a 7 at the big end. Going to have to add some weight to that bad boy. A 796 right-hand lane. Good run, really, for both drivers. Kelly Pumphrey over on the right-hand side. Left-hand side's Garrett Sprague. Garrett out of Sellersville, Pennsylvania. His teammate won the Race of Champions yesterday evening. By 01 and 07 light for Garrett. And Garrett stops the clock. 08 to Haley's 795. Brings up our next pair of cars is Haley Bowles. 2 Haleys in a row. Robert Pennebaker, right-hand side out of Morgantown, Pennsylvania. Haley Bowles running for Team Mason-Dixon Dragway. Got that Mason-Dixon sticker on there. You know, people say there's little tracks and big tracks, but, you know, all the tracks are really about the same length and the same width. And I think the reference is more sometimes to the atmosphere of the track than it is to the size of the track. An 08 light for Haley, 009 on the wrong side of green for Robert. Robert goes through it 792 to a 786 for Haley. Sisk, left side, also runs in the junior street program here at Mason-Dixon Dragway up against Alan Heiner. Alan also racing at Mason-Dixon Dragway. One of the cars that we see pretty much each and every weekend that we're running our juniors.
Thank you, Elmer. How about both of them running 786, AJ Heiner right side, and that was Josh Sisk left side. And AJ with an 025 light, pretty good. Cole Huth left side out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, running for Team South Mountain. He wasn't here the first 2 days. Robert Croce right side, he has been. Mike Natoli, the owner of South Mountain, is actually here today. We're glad he's around. In fact, I see him across the way there, and he's a good guy. Done a lot with that track and making it work up there. Robert with a real nice 024 light and scoots down there with a 789 to an 896. Here's Paige Ketterer and Gianni Melendi, right side. And I'll tell you, Paige Ketterer, dad, Mark Ketterer, a real fine bracket racer over the years, a Mopar guy. And a really good driver, good man. And of course, the kids are in these cars now. And a lot of times the parents kind of put their drag racing on hold, especially when they got more than one junior out there running. That's hard to campaign a car of your own and then mess with kids' cars too and keep a focus on everything. And a lot of times the grown-ups will park their cars for a spell. That takes some doing. You're a drag racer and all of a sudden you stop for a while. 040 light for Paige, nice light. Gianni goes red by a little bit. And Paige runs 784.83 to 794.81. The air is definitely better today. And I'm looking at 1437 corrected altitude. That's at the Hagerstown Airport. We link up to their weather station. And it's close, not perfect, but close. And it's like 600-700 feet better than yesterday, and that's a lot. The cars will really go quicker. All things being equal, you're going to go faster with that better air. And some of the juniors, you know, are going to run under unless they make adjustments, get some weight in the car. All right, Riley Parson left side, Alexis Wade on the right. With a slightly better light, looks like Alexis might be quicker. 796 to an 803. Not a lot. Kimberly Snell left side. The candy cane. And that's Brooks McMath over there on the right. Chesapeake, Virginia. Kimberly out of Fort Hunter, New York. Team Esta. All right, here we go. First call, 15 and up. 15 and up, 3 and 4. The 15 and up kids are going to go to 3 and 4. 15 and up to 3 and 4, please. Brooks with the red light starts 787. Kimberly a 794. Travis Paquin left side and Bree Tate on the right. Real good to make sure that your car number matches what's on your tech card. Because now and then we're getting some cars that are just not showing up in the system, and I'm sure you're in there, but you're hiding. All right, 15 and up. 15 and up. We're looking for them in 3 and 4. 15 and up. Racers.